ahead of this. You don't know the half of it. I got dreams of looking up, high as I can get. But nothing feels like how it feels to know these things I don't know yet. The weight of everything, and everything's just fate. Sometimes I'm trapped inside and I don't know what I'm gonna do.
NRG obviously switching things up. They haven't lost a game since they said we're going back to comfort picks after that Cloud9 loss. 3 straight wins in a row. Can they keep going? Can they lock themselves a playoff spot here? They're going to be straight towards B for a spikes down though, so this is a touch and go, push and pull. Victor with 2.
And that's a double duelist coming out for NRG. Ardiis switching over from Rolf and Killjoy into this, getting a third one into the map. And NRG comes out strong. Already 2 players only alive for Loud. tuyz looking to get some flank, but Som's already anchoring, watching those rotates. We're sending a message to start things off. Less stuck in spawn on a 5 versus 1. Flash to get the information to peek out, and Victor even swings on it. A flawless round. Let's plan it what could now be a new default spot into the A site.
Yeah, a little safer when you don't know heaven's clear. A lot of utility to be chucked into the site, and it not gonna do much. That doesn't even hit behind screen or TV.
Even a Nebula was used, so a lot of utility used by Loud just to try to clear in the back of the map. So less to move into the site. As Victor comes into contact, falls back into the site, and this is such a patient game from NRG. The protocols just run that clock down, keep it in their favor, but we are pinching in for Loud.
Look at that
double stack up to the elbow, and Finesse gets the kill of the cauanzin, and you can definitely see it here. The clock's running down. We're not going to it for Loud. NRG's got to get another round.
Absolutely. And looking at this, the question is now, Vans, what stops Ardiis dashing into the site? I'm watching Finesse right here. A great guiding light over the top of the coffee house. And Laos is going to make that quick work out of Vent.
The satchel to break the crosshair placement, but tuyz is still up there. It's a 2 for 2. Ends up to be an even tally as Victor is going to advance into the site by himself. Again, activating a very late lurk by Finesse. Trying to catch the timing on the rotate of cauanzin.
He hears.
Exactly. But now we're in a perfect spot for Victor. Still has the pain shells. It's planted for them towards the garage. Also has a showstopper. Meanwhile, though, same thing. Pain shells for saadhak. Flash about to become available for cauanzin.
I think Finesse is waiting to hear that guiding light.
After he hears it, cauanzin still watching towards the mail. The swing comes out, and cauanzin wins it. Now the nades come up. Position given away by Victor. Showstopper already out. And the showstopper rang towards the right side, thinking that he could connect onto that one. But already sticking on to the spike. It's at halfway. It's not really planted for him. He sees it. Now it's blue. And now he comes in for the 4 kill. And the Red Bull clutch.
Victor with the 4K. Ever since he's been back on this, we're back on the Rays, but on the Rays, he looks so comfortable. And we could see there, that was some I planned it for the paint shells, right? Just to the corner. But I also like it because, as you said, if it's red, you got to go for it. You see red, you shoot them dead. If it's blue, it's not true. They're not diffusing. So really well played just on the site of the spike to know whether he had to push and get that frag right there on saadhak. saadhak coming around. NRG had a lot of trouble against Furia with the eco rounds, losing about 4 or 5 maybe throughout the series. Oh,
saadhak down though, that's delays, pain shells too, showstopper out, but Victor runs right into him to deny that right away. And now the Seekers comes out too to identify the 3 players of NRG, where they're at, all towards the market. And look at the pacing, look at the rotation. You have to commit now into the A site. There's only 20 seconds left on the clock, and that's Sheriff holding out there. It's Aspas and cauanzin. Aspas on the top of heaven, dropping down, crossfire now set up, pain shells coming out, 10 seconds left. And a shot comes in for Aspas as Victor was trying to jump in. Almost no time left. crashies has to clutch it now, at least inside the site. But it's once again the thrifties that plagues NRG as Loud puts up 2. Second hope, Flamestorm available. Redemption to come back and turn around back in their favor. As we mentioned before, the Operator is now ready for Loud. But it's far away out towards the B site. So NRG is taking the opportunity to get into A.
Finally in the site.
does get the first kill at the saadhak. Now towards the back, cauanzin gets flooded. As Som picks him up. That'll allow the plant to come down onto the attack. So juggling all the weapons around here, but they'll get the plant for NRG.
We see why Loud has been playing a bit of a retake. Also, with the smoke and speed they played, they're expecting Aspas to have an op. He'll buy it on attack, he'll buy it on defense as he has here. And going that quick can easily shut down an operator. Also, not really wanting to retake with this amount of weaponry. It looks like they're going to hold off in the save here. There's the pick coming out from Les. So they instantly try to control mid. Not an area that NRG's really even wanted throughout the game.
Yeah, but at least you're trying to funnel towards extremities.
Exactly.
What a peek out by Ardiis. And that's an open site now for NRG to plant. saadhak trying to do something. But NRG are just all over the site. Bladestorm out from Aspas. Behind the Nebula as Ardiis is looking to go head-to-head, toe-to-toe against him. Decides to pull back to make sure nobody pushes towards spawn. Looks like crashies may have spotted the ponytail of Aspas. So you still have a player watching that mid.
Finished.
That's cauanzin upgrading to another weapon. And Aspas looking to make a play. Both of them now grouped up, no flash available. It takes 3 seconds for that to come through. And as we drop down, at least gets traded out. A 3 versus 1. But once again, plan it for long. You have everything into your favor for NRG. Even crashies coming in from the spawn. And that's 7 rounds to 2 for NRG. No flash on his support. It's just going to be a walk across. Showstopper out. Aspas makes it away, though.
How is he alive?
Back out with the op. Coin to be able to re-peek whenever he wants, but Ardiis comes around the back. Headshot as he falls, but there's another player that made it through. Sneaking behind enemy lines, has made it towards health, runs across for the first kill onto crashies, but it gets traded out once again. Ardiis is on fire this time around. 3 kills into the round, leaving cauanzin in less. The last 2 players standing. Nice little flash out by cauanzin, but you still have the fundamentals for Loud. Back to a 2 versus 1, but the pit is still up. Les has to walk inside of this if he wants to try to clutch it. But it might be a different story. That op is also in sight, left by the new boxes. He's just going to decide to stay by the ropes.
Yeah.
Also decide to save his weapon, to swing out. Som doesn't allow him to save at all, and NRG continues to look very clean.
8-3, possibly a 9-3 here. It would look like a blessing as well for NRG with the speed they're doing it. Straight to mid. One of the first times they go fast on this, and Victor with the spam as Ardiis becomes just the fly on the wall. They still go? These last few rounds to switch it up have been completely different. A contact into A, one of the first or second rounds they run through mailroom. What a clean first half here from NRG. Still, the retake to happen, a lot of ults to be used from Loud.
That's Seekers and a Showstopper from cauanzin and saadhak. Plan about to come down, and Seekers are coming out early. Duel lost here by crashies as Aspas is trying to clear back the space, dashing away, and Finesse also made it away. Now Seekers with a Showstopper trying to get onto the pillar. A flash to allow a peek to come out towards spawn. But Loud still haven't initiated yet. Som winning at the B main, coming head-to-head against saadhak and Aspas. He loses the first fight here, but it's up to Victor once again. Showstopper out. Finesse lurking out towards the garage. Showstopper misses, but it's back to 1v1. Paint Shells out, but Finesse is there! Paint Shells could come out, and that's NRG with 9-3 on the first half of split.
Switching sides.
Finesse leading us into the second half with a nice frag there. Walls on A. Action towards mid to start us off. And look at that. Double vent, 3 mid overall here as NRG want to just stop Loud's first attack.
Good luck, Sapphire, with the observing, because we had a lot of frenzies for mid control, and that's Victor with the first blood onto saadhak. Nice snake bite on the ground to prevent any type of aggression coming out and follow behind that initial push coming out from saadhak.
Victor just get another kill through smoke? Gosh, kind of wild how much he does that. The pings come out, they saw him up there.
Exactly, was already pinged out. Trying to make sure that they cover the grounds too.
In the B.
But Som is also there for the support. Yes, there's a trade-off there. He's holding in the back, avoiding the gravity well. Head-to-head soon against Aspas. Maybe a double swing with him and tuyz. As it just spotted his opponent crossover
Spikes
towards
down.
the pillar.
They have to get it.
Les, meanwhile, does get the pick onto Ardiis. There's a big flank coming in from garage too.
Trade.
Delayed enough to allow crashies to get the quarterback sneak.
And that's what we're looking at.
Still trying to get this spike. Oh, this timing though! Les protects his teammate as tuyz almost got picked off. 22 HP left. Only the El Clasico in the hands of Finesse as Les saves the round for Loud.
Nice util use. They actually find Finesse. And this just looks like it's going to be a V drop in again. Once more water falling into the site, and they still have a little bit of main and garage control to take care of here before they set up.
Finesse still trying to get a timing. Finding, oh, okay. Another kill through the smoke. Courtesy of Victor and Finesse walking in. Oh, but they both pull out of the W at the last second.
How's he alive? No way!
Down, but there's support there from NRG. Two players pushing through, and somehow this comes back in favor of the defenders. Aspas on a 2 versus 1. And Victor cleans the last kill. A 50 round answered back by NRG.
All right, Aspas and saadhak are going to be the front on this, but this time they do not have that garage control. It has been open for the most part, and now ardiis has made a home there as the team rotates over. Looks like Loud will have a plant here on the site.
Ooh. ardiis wants to give up the B site. NRG wants to give up the B site as well because they could retake the site with the showstopper.
They're not safe to plant.
So controlling garage is huge. Pressuring back towards garage is going to be important for Loud as well to try to shut down ardiis. There's that swing back across and he wins it.
How do they do this to teams? How does NRG just stall a team when everyone's in sight from planting?
Les is back up though as he gets 2 of his own. Advantage swing back over to Loud as it's once again Les turning around over the advantage of the attack. With the low HP with ardiis at 3, puts cauanzin down at 15. Both of them pulling back on a post-plant advantage for Loud. And not being able to capitalize on any kills so far on that flank. It means here that the last 2 players for Victor and ardiis, the 2 duelists that we just talked about before, that we've been praising on their attack, will have to save their weapons into the next.
And here's the push in, Aspas all the way through. They're gonna expect this. Oh, he saw close, he saw the barrel.
Shorty close, Som can connect, back into the Vandal, pushing Aspas away. Still survives, looking for the heal here from crashies. The satchel was close. But the paint shells, still landing behind him. Back towards the screens. Victor looking for a timing move back towards the lower ramp, and this allows for this backstab to happen thanks to the spray from crashies. The trigger discipline to let out the 2 and a spike.
Wild.
Spike down A.
All this focus because you have ardiis pushing around. It's not a fake. Keep going forward. Victor could just focus on his targets. Now they look for crashies.
13 seconds left. Aspas looking for that 1 versus 1 inside
10
screens.
seconds left.
Now as the spike is moving inside sight, ardiis is trying to get the timing there. Delays off the pain shells, but it's too far behind. ardiis manages to come in for the flank, though it's up to 2 versus 1. And ardiis picks up the Vandal for the kill.
Picks up the op at the end, too. Make sure to get that in. The defuse comes through. crashies 1 away from ult after this blade storm for ardiis. Things are looking great for NRG. Positions covered everywhere. How does Loud get through this, right? Both sides. Finesse has done a wonderful job here, as well as Chet and the team, just to organize the destruction of Loud on split.
The thing is that we've used a little bit of utility towards mid for NRG, but not too much coming in from the B side. So Loud still doesn't know how many players are stacked here inside B. So for the defensive side, you do have a little bit of breathing room, knowing that you have teammates to support here on Crossfires. And there's that initiation. There's that first kill coming out from NRG. Even the Crossfires and the trades are perfect. Leaving out tuyz. Last player standing, spotted by the Seeker, fully blinded, now with the Bulldog. And the Blade Storm even comes out. He's stunned by the Trailblazer, getting pushed in. Here's the reload, back in natural form, and crashies closes the first map as NRG dominant 1 on split. 13-5 victory over Loud.
An absolutely incredible game from NRG. They find there's a few towards that lane side of A, and a mid control to start things off. A lot of damage done.
We are fighting hard. Wow. Low HP on ardiis as he does capitalize on a kill onto Les. To fall back for a bit, the wall already came up here on the defensive side. That is Som with the high tide just to stop the aggression that was coming out from Loud earlier on. Meanwhile, though, Loud has crept up towards A-Long. There's Finesse waiting pretty much at secret at the dugout, waiting to pay passively.
Yeah.
It's a contact play. Aspas activating the dash, now spotted, and it's a double push in. But again, ardiis comes in for the instant trade, still at low HP. Cascade to come out, Som pushing through, does get the kill onto Aspas. The advantage comes back now for NRG. There's a flank coming. It's Victor waiting, greeted by tuyz. And it's a long-range frenzy that wins it. Back to a 2v2, make that into a swing kill after saadhak gets that pick onto ardiis.
Som now In the
30
clutch
seconds
situation, the average for the league is 15%. Sam is tied for first in clutches with none other than Leaf. W streamer, W clutcher, can he do it here?
But the plant comes down,
Spike planted.
takes out the first one, down at low HP. So the percentage play is gonna get a little bit shorter if you can't get these kills. Now spots both of them just by the pillar. Cascade to come out, trying to dance around. Here's the reload. Looking for that timing across. Now the Cascade comes down. It's tuyz and saadhak that never move from their position as Loud gets the pistol round.
All right, reckoning out. That clears Art, so they got to clear back right side if they go in.
Finesse did a good job, though, putting the snake bite on the ground, separating that push through. It's a split coming in from Art and also on a main from Loud. Orb to come up from the Cove, a plant coming in from both angles at Art and also at Long.
Yeah.
First blood comes in favor of less low HP. cauanzin stays towards the church for the heal.
Oh, he's not
High
in.
tide comes out, here comes the bloodbath.
Oh my god, that heal almost got him killed.
A flash comes out as cauanzin holds towards the church across her with Aspas, and it's good for a couple of kills. But finally, NRG start answering back. Crashies and Victor, Nanostorm on the ground,
Oh,
delaying even more for the attempt
Double
of the
peek.
read. Once again, the dynamic duel of Victor and Crashies line up the 3 kills, and it saved the round for the defuse. Ardiis trying to do the same as it connects onto less. No lurk available now for Loud. So any high tide that we see has to be a commitment, and it's already been used early at the beginning of this round for Loud. Aspas looking for an opening, high in the air, but Finesse is playing close.
Oh,
Traded off though by tuyz.
Reckoning and Seekers here for NRG.
Bomb grenade out.
They're okay to let the plant go.
Yeah.
Pushing in towards the flowers. Aspas is trying to break the rotation across.
Oh, reckoning down.
Does connect there onto Sam. Victor trying to get the pick back. As you saw Aspas looking for the escape, looking for cover.
Enemy remaining.
And after the Cove breaks, Ardiis lines up 2 kills. Seekers following onto tuyz on a 3 versus 1. And it's a clean retake for NRG to take the lead on Pearl. 2 of them playing inside the dugout. Loud still looking to play the contact. Now finally giving their position away by a high tide coming out, blocking the back of the site. And here's the attempt for a plant down. The sprays comes across, counter sprays coming out from Aspas, and the Cove now
30 seconds left.
will secure at least a plant for Loud.
Spike planted.
Aspas still trying to spray through towards the church,
Reckoning's there.
You should run.
but there's an attacker lockdown. cauanzin though gets the pick.
Got your trail.
There's a big lurk from Sam. He has to win this fight. Cascade is now out on a 2 versus 1. And now with him falling down, that's the lockdown that will stay up and activated. Detaining one, dropping Victor, and it's up to Finesse on a 5 versus 1. Finesse looking for some exits.
One.
Less falls. And of course, this guarantees the round now for Loud. Finesse deciding if he wants to make it expensive or just want to save his weapon. And he'll vote for the latter as Loud tied back now 3-3.
Ardiis' op needs to stay on an angle is what it is.
That's why there's a switch on positioning too from the op. What? Just get the wall bang there onto saadhak. Instant heal, falls back, and now this is still Loud pushing through. Crashies playing the off angle at the bottom of the drop, trying to swing out on the timing here as Victor gets a kill onto less. Meanwhile, the operator has fallen. That was a glass cannon from Ardiis. And as it comes through, it's Crashies with the Guardian, who gets 2 kills, finally answered back by Aspas. Dashing in, closing in. It's only one player alive. It's Aspas close range who does get the headshot,
Aspas
but he's
health.
low on HP.
Oh my gosh.
That would have been funny.
Dare do that. Holy Aspas, ready to win this one. Almost activated, it seems, right now as he confidently moves. But to the door. But to Victor's eyesight.
Too easy. The execution still comes in though for Loud, attempting to push inside of this pit, attempting to get it down from Finesse. Sam also moves in with the shorty. Gets picked off, low HP is gonna be saadhak, trying to clear off the areas. Lockdown now coming through, picked off, but the lockdown is still up. The attackers have to try to push in right now as the pit is about to fall.
They're gonna
saadhak
run.
connects onto
30
Finesse.
seconds left.
Now that there's 30 seconds left though, still the whole map to play with the 2-player advantage. Yes, 2 players get locked down.
Oh my.
So this is actually pretty good. This force is now allowed to move out towards Long B.
Ardiis.
And that's Ardiis with 2 kills. But now overcomes the trade-off as
enemy remaining.
cauanzin stays alive. Last man standing, and a round comes in for Loud. Loud's been doing a lot of those, from pistol round to a couple of rounds ago, and now
Exactly.
Ardiis trying to get something with the Blade Storm. Does connect onto cauanzin. No heals, no flashes. Gets a second one, 2 onto Les. And NRG are just flooding back towards the plaza. And they're shopping for these kills as we have a 2v2. The weapons are still too far away to get picked up now by crashies or finesse. At least finesse does get the push forward. So pushing and pulling as you have crashies falling back towards the pit. Finesse is looking for timing. Salvage a weapon potentially.
They cruise around the turret's path. Easy here. Oh, KJ's down. I heard the turret from a saadhak and was like, oh my god, they're walking by it. Now plant in sight. Safe plant. They can either go towards Art or A. So it's going to have to be a real look for our NRG here. It's good that you have finesse coming through to clear this out. Time delay on even getting to the spike.
And with the time delay, though, the Trailblazers clearing out towards Art. So it's now confirmed that the last 2 players of Loud are playing towards A long. So finesse picks up a weapon.
They hear him running around.
For the 2 players to move in.
They hear him running around. They know tuyz is
There's
gone.
a timing on this, definitely. First Nanostorm already came out. Finesse, though, really trying to focus on this pick onto saadhak. There's that first flash.
They don't know his timing.
Tapping onto the spike, trying to get it halfway. Here comes the peek out. The timing onto this one. Finesse connects. Now back to a 1v1. There's no time left. He has to move in for the kill. Couldn't get the spray. The round comes in for Loud. But we put the econ damage in here from NRG. Turret now picked off, allowing Aspas to move forward with support here from cauanzin. They want to fight towards the back holes. tuyz falls out to the spike, but at least Loud has pushed in to take the advantage, pushing out towards the spawn too. And it's Som by himself, waiting for the cavalry to arrive, waiting for his teammates to rotate for him. He's looking for the play. Does connect there onto cauanzin, but he gets damaged himself. The support finally comes out. Cascade also pushing towards A main, and there's that flash. Ardiis looking for a pick, and he does get onto Aspas. But cauanzin's also there. The 3 versus 2. It's up to Som and crashies here for NRG, as cauanzin's making that 1v1 duel. The pinch across here, trying to close it in, and it works out. Beautiful play from the Cascade for the pinch. Back to a 2v2, but it's still nanostorms onto the spike. Even a turret to come into contact. Things are looking really good now for Loud, and that's going to be now NRG deciding to fall back, save the operator into the next round. When it comes down to attempting to play the retake, they're really staying back towards the dugout. So they took the pressure towards the back of the site to let that happen. Ardiis looking for a pick. Another one through the smoke. Aspas once again gets shut down. The Reckoning comes out.
They're going to play in front of it.
We're trying to fight back. Ardiis somehow through the toxic screen connects with the second one.
Oh, this is messy.
Hit by a Seeker, but it's still Loud, being held back, pushed back towards the pillar. That's going to nullify the Reckoning. That's going to nullify the Seekers too.
Look, Harbor Wall goes up. Gas goes down. They're delaying so well.
And Victor's on the flank. And with no pressure coming out now from Loud into the B site, Victor is just holding the off angle, catches the first one. Back to the last one! Gets a triple kill! This man is unstoppable this series!
It's a little too quiet, but they're right up on. Aspas can hear this, he's calling it.
He's doing the same thing as Ardiis, getting in front of that utility from NRG, but it's not connected onto the kill. Ardiis dashing in and trying to clear out the site. Now towards the generator, it's a 1-for-1. High Tide now comes up. We still have more trade after towards the site. Yeah, the spike falls down, and crashies looking to backstab some players. Off the reload, tuyz looking for the timing. As it's up to saadhak. 1 versus 1 to Dink! Victor did get the Dink in return, but it's still saadhak that wins it. But the change here for NRG is that they have a lot of pressure coming in from the back of the halls, but it's blocked out by a High Tide. Aspas trying to close in. Som gets the first one into the round. Finally, it took so long before the first kill came in, but now it's NRG all across the board. Only 2 players left. For Les, who fights back. Som trying to look for another one, and Les gets 3 into the round. There's the Cove that comes out, and there's no Nanoswarm because we've actually lost Victor. Breaking the Cove now, tuyz on a 2v1. Ardiis comes back. It looked doable at some point from Les's 3 kills, but finally crashies and Ardiis was able to keep things alive here for NRG.
I've got your trail.
Not too much B-Link play throughout this entire series, but it's up to Ardiis. He starts off on Les. The B hit underway.
Reckoning on both ends, and the battle comes in the B site. It's a 1-for-1 at least. 15 seconds left. We still have the lockdown available as Ardiis continues to rain fury inside sight.
Last player standing.
Bro, there's just no chance for Loud to set up for any type of delay. saadhak on a 3 versus 1.
You stay down.
Yeah,
like
I think that might be it too.
NRG puts a small 2-round cushion between them and Loud after this goes off. Turret watching spawn. And everybody's actually has the same angle swing, right? It was like, even if saadhak jumps out, there's nothing he can do to get behind that poster.
They got a trailblazer for this too, just to clear out the spot, right? And there it is. It's pushing out their opponent. That's ardiis moving in with the blaze storm, and that's the kill. Perfect play there for NRG to clear out the pit, but Aspas is already there in the back of the site.
Can he get it?
Trying to get the weapon there, picks it up behind the wall. Just get the plant down now for NRG.
He's down, very low. 17 for Aspas here as they set up for the defensive play. They need to get cauanzin over here so they can get the flashes.
That's a big ult.
The lockdown will help to time for this now. That is a huge ult. Can he escape over? No, Victor has to run.
It's saadhak with the Vandal here, so they're trying to close in against him as he turns away. The timing on that one. The spike will go off here, and saadhak's still holding his angle, but meanwhile, the Red Hot Loud are pushing into the A site. So now you have to fight back, but there's already a high tide up there. Trying to get a timing out of this one. Sticking it, because we also have the Cove. It's being full stick by Loud.
Thrifty! They do it again! No! NRG collapsing on these rounds when the Thrifties come through. Looking now just for this quick peek. He'll find a guiding light. And I think that's exactly what NRG wants. Get a bit of this info. The rush! Oh, he still hits ardiis! With that in his face.
Took a while for him to get the operator into this map, and finally as he gets it, pays dividend. But there's a lurk coming through, and that's Victor out from Art. Now his blood gets painted onto the walls instead. Answered back by Les. tuyz in the back of the site though, as NRG are storming through. Beautiful flash from cauanzin, as Finesse was not blinded, trying to get the kill.
Yeah.
Seekers then coming out. Player disadvantage for NRG. Trailblazer then coming out here from the defense. It actually does hit some. Jumping with the shorty. Connects. Now on a 2v2. Fighting towards the back of the site. He continues to hold W. And does get the kill back. Advantage that comes through. And some solo play for NRG in that round. Breaks the economy once again of Loud.
Once more to be. NRG look for a strat that could finalize this map.
And a standard one at that. Reckoning to clear out the site. Nanostorm's out on a defense, but ardiis still made it towards the back of B Halls. Full execution once again. Lockdown to delay even more. That's placed early by Victor. Nothing to counter, nothing to delay, except for Les. Punishing ardiis as he was trying to get some ground control back towards spawn. Making things a little bit easier for Loud for the retake. Double flank coming out now for Loud. And Finesse is looking for opportunities to delay and puts a perfect snake bite down with support. Here is now the high tide coming out from the defenders.
There's two back hall still.
Back here from the B link. The tap onto the spike, the push forward. The shorties does not connect. But players are still falling down. There's no time. There's no time for this one. We have the stick and we won't get it. NRG will get the series. It took all the energy to overcome them on the second map. But they do it with this victory, clinching the playoff spot.
Loud find their first loss from the squad of NRG from Chet and crew.